This teacher's first day of work, to find a boy standing in a trash can. He went over and asked what was wrong. The boy said he was too stupid. His homeroom teacher said he was trash. The man smiled and introduced himself as Clark. After chatting for a bit, he suddenly asked, "Do you remember my name?" The boy got it right. "See, you're pretty smart," the man said, and lifted him out of the trash can. That one small gesture would go on to change countless students' lives. In just 4 years, he took a small rural school, ranked dead last in test scores, and turned it into the best in the city. But then he quit and headed to the big city alone, chasing a bigger dream in education. The schools in the city, though, looked down on this small-town teacher. They stuck him with the worst class in the district. During class, not a single student listened. After school, the classroom was trashed. Someone even spray-painted his car. But he didn't give up. The next day, he brought 20 cartons of milk to class and made a bet with the students. If they all paid attention for just 1 minute, he'd punish himself by drinking a carton of milk and keep going until he threw up, just to see this oddball teacher make a fool of himself. The whole class of slackers actually settled down as the cartons disappeared one by one. This so-called worst class in the city sat through an entire lesson for the first time ever. After he downed the last carton, someone even raised their hand to answer a question. Clark was beyond excited, and then he threw up. The students burst out laughing. To keep connecting with them, after class he asked them to teach him double dutch, but jumping rope wasn't as easy as it looked. After falling again and again, he showed them through his actions that you can learn anything if you stick with it. But when the principal saw this, she called Clark into her office and accused him of goofing off with a bunch of failures, disrupting the learning environment. Clark pushed back. He made a bet on the spot. In 6 months, at the final exam, every single one of his students would pass. When Clark told the class, he asked anyone who wanted to win to come up and light a candle. The students crowded around. In that moment, they fully accepted him. When the textbook material got too boring, Clark stayed up all night reworking his lessons. He turned the material into rap songs, and the students picked it up easily. For students who were really behind, he tutored them one-on-one, but all that hard work took a toll. Eventually, his body gave out. Clark ended up in the hospital, diagnosed with pneumonia. The doctor told him to stay home for 2 weeks, so he wouldn't fall behind on lessons. Clark recorded videos from home. The students watched and learned from the screen. Soon enough, the last day of the semester arrived. Clark threw an awards ceremony and gave every student a trophy, helping them recognize their own strengths and building up their confidence. Then the principal walked in holding the report cards. The room went silent until she said, "You all passed." The classroom erupted in thunderous applause. This story is based on true events. Clark became a legendary teacher in America, changing the lives of so many struggling students.